Well, hey there, artists. I want you to take a look at these two watercolor paintings and see if you can spot the difference between the two. All right, now that you've had a moment to take a look, let's talk about what is in both of these paintings. Both of these paintings have shapes, but the shapes are not the same. In fact, the painting on the left has shapes that are geometric, shapes that we can name, like circle, square, star, and crescent. But the painting on the right has shapes that we can't quite give a name to except to say they fall into a category called organic. Organic shapes are shapes that are found in nature. Here is a mix of both geometric, the shapes we can name, and organic, the shapes found in nature. Can you tell them apart? Let's separate them and take a closer look. Geometric shapes are the ones we can name. Organic shapes are the one found in nature. Now I bet you can tell the difference between these two paintings. Today we are going to focus on organic shapes, the shapes that we can find all around us. A flower, a leaf, the shape of a cloud. Those are the shapes that are organic and that can be found in nature. And those are the shapes that are going to be our focus today as we embark on a watercolor painting. We'll begin by creating our very own organic shapes. And I'm going to share with you a really cool technique that you can only do with watercolor that's called wet on wet. From there, we're going to review lines and add lines to our artwork. So let's get started. Our first step when using watercolor paint is to wake up the paint. Watercolor needs a really magical ingredient. It's called water. Without the water added to the watercolor, it won't paint very easily. So with a clean cup of water and a clean paintbrush, I'm just putting a couple of drops of water in each oval of color to wake up the paint, to activate it and get it ready for me to create. Now I'm going to pick one color just by putting the tippy toes of my paintbrush in the paint, and then I'm going to paint an organic shape. Remember, that's a shape found in nature, which means it can be a shape of anything. In fact, I'm just moving my paintbrush around, kind of creating a blob shape to see where it takes my imagination. And when I was kind of finished painting this shape, it reminded me a little bit of the shape of a dinosaur, something that would have been found in nature a long, long time ago. Before getting my next color, which is magenta, I made sure to wash my brush in the cup of water, and now I just have the tippy toes of my paintbrush touching my paper. Now, my organic shape is wet, and my paintbrush is wet. This is that technique I was telling you about called wet on wet. What it does is it causes the magenta drops of paint to spread out. You may have noticed that those little dots are growing bigger and bigger. That's the special technique called wet on wet. Now I'm ready to paint a new organic shape. So I'm going to stick with magenta. And this time I'm imagining the shape of a flower. And I try to imagine it, but I also just let my paintbrush do what it wants to do. It might not turn out exactly like what I have in mind, and that is okay. Cleaning my brush, getting a new color. This time I'm going to use turquoise to do the wet on wet technique with those dots. It's important to remember that when we're painting today, in between changing color, we always must clean our paintbrush. The reason we do that is to get all of the color off of our brush before putting our brush in a new color. If I were to take my paintbrush and just go from one color to the next, all of the colors on my paint tray would be what's called contaminated or all mixed up. And the beautiful colors on my tray and the beautiful colors on my painting would also become all mixed up. So before picking any new color, always remember to give your paintbrush a bath, dipping it in that water to clean the paintbrush bristles. Also, it's important to remember that as you paint, your paintbrush is like a ballerina. She's always on her tippy toes. She never ever scoots around on her bottom because, as you probably are well aware, nobody wants to go to the booty scooty ballet. Now, if it seems like I'm painting a little bit faster, I'm going to give you a little clue about that. I did speed up the video a little bit, so I'm actually painting very slowly and carefully, but I did want to go a little bit faster to give you enough time to create. In fact, I'm now going to look for areas in my paper to make large organic shapes and medium-sized and small. I'm also thinking about having different kinds of shapes so all of the shapes are not the same. By making sure my shapes are different, and by making sure my shapes are different sizes, I'm doing something that artists do, which is called creating with variety. Variety means things are different and not all the same. Just like us. Imagine how boring it would be if we all were the same. Well, it's the same with our artwork. We want a little bit of variety. So look for empty spaces in your painting and fill them in with a variety of shapes. And then add a variety of color. But you might notice that when I do my dots of color, I'm only picking one color, not a bunch of different colors inside of each shape. I'm only picking one color to make my dots because I don't want too many colors to get mixed up. Remember we talked about what that would do to our paint tray? It would also happen to our painting. When you're finished with your painting, it's important that we let it dry nice and flat because watercolor paint can be very, very drippy. So we're going to be very careful if we do have to pick it up to carry it like a pizza and keep it nice and flat so none of our colors drip. Okay, I am going to continue painting and I hope you join me too. Now that our paintings are completely dry, we can move on to the next step. Now you could draw directly on your paper. I'm going to draw on a piece of plastic. To keep that piece of plastic in place so it doesn't wiggle around while I'm trying to draw, I'm going to anchor it in place with a little piece of tape at the top. This piece of plastic is called transparency film, and the word transparent means that you can see through it. We are going to be drawing on the white areas by creating lines, and these lines are going to connect the shapes. So notice that I'm starting at one shape and drawing a straight line that connects to the shape beside it. The lines are straight lines, but sometimes they are diagonal, vertical, or horizontal. I'm drawing slowly and carefully, rotating my paper as I go, and I'm making sure to connect one shape to the other. Sometimes the lines might be short, sometimes I might have to make one line connect to another. The choice is yours as the artist, but the goal is to connect the organic shapes with straight lines. The straight lines can vary because that adds interest. They could be short, they could be long, they could be vertical, that means up and down, diagonal, which means slanted, or maybe even some are horizontal. Those are those sleeping lines. But all three of those lines are considered straight lines. So notice those are the kind of lines that I'm using. I'm not drawing on my organic shapes. I'm filling in the space in between. The space in between actually has a name. It's called a negative space, or you could call it a negative shape. So that means our organic shapes, the ones that are filled in, those are called positive shapes. The space in between where it is empty and there is nothing except soon to be our lines, that is called the negative space. So today our goal is to fill in that negative space, connecting the organic shapes with lines. All right, I'm going to take my time to fill in all of those empty negative spaces with my lines, and I hope you'll join me. So in this lesson, we learned all about organic shapes, shapes that can be found in nature by creating our own, and we did a little bit of a line activity and review, also learning the difference between positive and negative shapes. Most of all, I hope you had fun. Thanks for creating with me today. Toodles!